From Studio 3 at Buzz TV, it's The Horse's Mouth with Tom McManus.
All right, welcome into The Horse's Mouth here. Tommy Max, of course, at my bar, where everybody's welcome to have a seat, grab a beverage, and tell their story. The usual suspects are here this time around, and it's going to be a great show because we're going to talk a little CEO talk. That's right, Chief Executive Officer talk. Of course, Dave Campo is here, his Biz Champions with our good friend Major Harding and George Robbins in a return visit with Vistage. Let's say hello to the gentlemen. Right here on The Horse's Mouth. Coach Campo, how are you, my man?
Hey, Tom, I'm
great. Good to see you.
Hey,
Major Harding, good to see you.
Hey, Tom.
George Robbins, good to see you, my man. Welcome back.
Thank you. Nice to be back.
What's the best part of being a CEO, George? What would you say? Aside from it's a great career and all that, but what would you say?
I'd say that I can't answer for everybody. I can tell you about my experiences as a CEO for 20, 25 years.
Wow. What was the company, if I could ask? Or what kind of company?
Millennium Chemicals. We were
that's right,
specialty chemicals company.
Right.
The greatest satisfaction I got was watching the people that work for me develop, grow, and exceed my capabilities, right?
Okay.
Watching people really develop and become great leaders on their own.
Right. But isn't that like the best trait is you're serving your people. You want them to do well. It makes you do well too, but you want them to grow. You want them. That's a serving type stance, and not everybody has that in them.
They don't. And I'm 2 points on that if I can.
Yeah.
One is people draw an organization chart, and typically you got the pyramid and the guy at the top. No.
Right.
You turn the pyramid over, you're at the bottom.
Right.
And you got to carry everybody.
Yeah. That's right.
So
interesting.
That's kind of a key point.
Well, Coach, being a head coach, you're the CEO of the team, man, right?
Yeah,
it's very similar.
It's very similar. And the interesting thing is, the thing I miss the most about coaching is, besides the fact that I liked game day, because it was a competitive situation, but it's the camaraderie and looking at some. I know more coaches on the Tampa Bay staff than I do the Jaguars.
Right.
Because there's a lot of young coaches on the Jaguars. There's some guys that I was with.
Yeah.
Yep.
And it's great to see them still going and doing well. Todd Bowles, the head coach, was my assistant. And I was in Cleveland.
Right.
So very similar situation.
Yeah, I mean, you're the coaching tree. Like, everyone's like, here's the coaching tree. Like, everyone wants to be a part of that, whatever it is, Holmgren or Bill Walsh or whoever it may be. It trickles down. You sit there proud, right?
Yeah. And
you're
really,
proud of your people.
And really, when I finished my last coaching situation, I was a consultant at USC.
Yeah.
And I coached the coaches.
Right.
Not the players.
Right.
I was not on the field at all. It was in the building. Right. So I love it. I love to hear your story.
Okay, so what's it like having the weight of the world on your shoulders? So we just talked about the good. What about when it's like you said, you flip that pyramid over. That's on your back, man. You got to carry that whole thing. What's that like?
It's to me it's a challenge, and I like challenges and so many opportunities for success. I think I started to say the ultimate. One of the key successes of any CEO is when the sum of the organization is bigger than the parts, and where your team, and I don't care whether it's a manufacturing, marketing, engineering, or tackle, quarterback, whatever, when the team as a team plays better than the individuals alone could play.
Right.
That's great.
It's all about the team.
We got the same job.
It's the same situation.
Okay, what about family life? Like, how do you balance that when you're a CEO? That's got to be pretty darn challenging.
That one is tough.
Right.
For us especially.
Right.
And I don't know, George, exactly how the business works, but the one thing I never did during my whole coaching career, I wasn't one of the guys that went out with the boys on Tuesday night. I didn't play golf every weekend because that was my time to be with the family. And I had to work at that because my last gig in Dallas, I had a son come out of nowhere. He was 11 years younger than the youngest. And I would go home and read to him and then go back to work.
Right.
At 8:30, 9 o'clock at night when he was just a young boy. So you have to work at it.
Yeah, you got to balance it. I'm sure it's not easy.
No,
company.
Now, I work with CEOs today.
Yeah.
I had the same challenge when I was a CEO. That work-life balance, because there's always something else you can do at work.
Right.
And the temptation is to work on that and not close the book and go home.
Right.
And so
you talked about how many miles you flew and how many countries you did.
Right.
Our whole Rotary Club has got banners from all the clubs that George made up at throughout the world. It's so that's
great. Yeah. Well, as we wrap up, remind people about Vistage once again, a group of CEOs that get together and talk about things.
Yeah, Vistage is made up of groups of anywhere from 12 to 18 CEOs.
Okay.
I've got 12 right now. And we get together all day once a month. And then I meet with each CEO for a couple hours in between the meetings to follow up on whatever came up. At our monthly meeting, about half the time we have a speaker for the morning. And the speaker, Vistage has a cadre of about 1,500 speakers.
Okay.
It's worldwide, it's a big organization.
Yep.
If we have that, then we only meet in what we call executive session in the afternoon. But in that highly confidential section where it's just the people in the group, we talk about the gut issues you've really got. And it's interesting, by the way, when somebody brings one, they start off with the symptoms and not the disease, if you will.
Right.
And my guys now, they've been around a while. They're very good at boring through all that and getting down to
the point.
Yeah, it's kind of like it's the fifth why to find what the real problem is. So.
All right, well, great to have you on
Thanks,
again. Guys, great to see you, of course. That'll do it for us this time around. Make sure you check out their profiles, this conversation, and so many others at the dailynewsnetwork.com website, dailynewsnetwork.com. Until next time, stay safe out there and be cool. And we'll see you right here on The Horse's Mouth. Cheers.
cheers.
Darrell Hogan Law is a collection of lawyers that help people solve problems in areas of life they're not able to solve them themselves.
We are not individuals. We are purely a team. We work together for all of our clients.
We have the resources to win your case and win it to such a degree that you're going to be very happy with the results.